नमस्ते, खुश रहिए आप लोग। माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर शिल्पा श्री शाह, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी. I am from faculty of physiotherapy and diagnostics. Today we will discuss about another ENT condition, that is otosclerosis. In the previous class we have discussed about otitis media. What is that? Otitis media is the inflammation of the middle ear. Okay, and this is the combination of severe disease like acute otitis media with effusion. Okay, and what are the symptoms of that? We have already discussed that headache, neck pain, then drainage or fullness, drainage from the ear, fullness of the ear, right? Then balance disturbance, right? Then what are the causative factors we have discussed, like bacterial and viral can be happen. The factors may include that Staphylococcus, right? Then influenza virus, like that. Okay. And what are the signs and symptoms we have already discussed, causative factors. Then what are the causes? This decrease in immunity. Then this due to this risk factor or organism. Then any other causes, like if there is gene abnormalities of mucin gene, this can also be happen with that. If the patient's forefather or patient's father or mother or any siblings have suffered from this condition, the children also have to or have the chance to develop this condition. Okay, and we have also learned about the treatment of the condition, like how we can deal with the condition, because due to as the pain is the symptoms of this condition, we have to give NSAIDs. Then for inflammation we have to treat for that also, right? So this what we have already learned about one of the disease of middle ear or middle ear inflammation, that is otitis media. So today we will learn about otosclerosis. What is sclerosis? As we know, sclerosis is the replacement of normal tissue with the connective tissue, right? So auto, I have already told, auto means of the ear, right? Of the ear, related to ear, right? Then and sclerosis is abnormal hardening of the body tissue. So otosclerosis is also known as otospongiogenesis, is an abnormal bone remodeling of the middle ear. Okay, so otosclerosis commonly causes conductive deafness presenting with normal tympanic membrane. Okay, then furthermore, depending upon the foci of involvement on the bony limb, otosclerosis can be asymptomatic or can be present with neurosensory loss. Nevertheless, otosclerosis has an effect on the functioning of the middle ear or inner ear. Then what are the causes? As we have already discussed in otitis media, that it can be due to genetic factor. So here is also the same, the genetic factor or mucin gene abnormalities can be cause or can result in otosclerosis. Okay, then viral infection and measles and other ear condition can lead to the development of this disease, that is otosclerosis. Okay. Then what are the symptoms or what are the clinical features that is related to this condition? So what you understand with this disease, that what can be the symptoms? Like as we know that the condition is of ear, right? So what can happen? Dizziness, tinnitus. Tinnitus is in tinnitus. Now what will happen? You will find on sound is continuous presenting of a sound in your ear. Okay, then hearing loss also happen, roaring, okay, buzzing of the ear, vertigo or headache or earache, right? So these are all the symptoms that a patient with otosclerosis can suffer with, right? So if you have asked or in the exam paper you have any question like that, what are the symptoms of that, so you have to write in the details, like hearing loss, that the patient may feel that loss of ear, or patient may have hamper in the hearing condition, normal hearing condition. Then dizziness and tinnitus, how it feel, what the patient have to are feeling, right? Then roaring of the ear, buzzing of the ear, continuous sounding in the ear. Then vertigo, the patient will feel dizziness, right? Then headache or earache, these are the symptoms. Then complication. What are the complications related to that? The patient may feel dizziness. The patient may have feel vertigo. Then loss of balance. Loss of balance, as we know, the ear is connected with the vestibular system, right? So the patient may have feel a loss of balance or coordination. Okay. Then nausea, vomiting also happen. Tinnitus, that I have already told that tinnitus is ringing or buzzing in the ear. That continuous sound of ringing or any bell. Okay, so it will present continuously in the ear. Okay, loss of hearing. Okay, in the high frequency range in one ear, difficult focusing the eyes. In very rare cases, complication can include permanent hearing loss also. Okay, so these are the complications. Now the question is that how we will diagnose the condition. So first one, audiometry test, that is sound test, right? Then tympanocentesis, fluid or for middle ear send for the culture. Okay, as we have already discussed that due to the condition in infectious disease, as it is infection may also happen, so fluid discharge or fluid drainage may happen from the ear. So the fluid of middle ear will collect it and send it as a culture for diagnosing. Okay. Then CT scan, collection of fluid in the ear and mastoid region, abscess formation. Then MRI evaluation of the tumor and soft tissue. Then audiography to assess hearing loss. Then as a physio, we can do that the cranial nerve test. Okay. Then treatment. What are the treatment option available? Medications such as fluoride, calcium or vitamin D may help to slow the hearing loss. Okay, but the benefit have not been yet proved. Okay, the surgical management is staphyectomy, the removal of the portion of sclerosis stapes, foot plate of stapes or complete removal of the stapes, and the implant with prosthesis to maintain suitable conduction. What happened to the surgical management of staphyectomy? What happened? The removal of the portion that is sclerotic. Okay, the region that is sclerotic, that will remove of stapes or foot plate of stapes or complete removal of that part, right? And the part will then cover with in prosthesis plate or patches. Okay, so this is the treatment option. Then staphyectomy, modern surgery called staphyectomy, is performed by drilling a small hole in the stapes foot plate with micro drill or laser and the insertion of piston-like prosthesis. As we have already told, the patches will cover that part. Okay. Then as a physio, how we will deal with the condition? As we have already told, the patient may have balance disturbance or coordination disturbance and have pain like that, head pain, neck pain and ear pain. Okay, so we have to deal with that also. So for that, some of the exercises are available. First one is gaze stability exercise. Okay, what happened to that? Moving the head from side to side. Okay, the patient will move the head like that, and which fixated on a stationary object aim to distort the vestibulo-ocular reflex. An advanced progression of this exercise would be walking in a straight line while looking side to side by turning the head like that. What happened to that? The patient will walk in a straight line and then in every direction, like if any stimulus is provided from that side, our right side. Okay, the patient have to look on that side, and then if suppose in the left side any stimulus is given, the patient will have to look in the left side. Okay, by this the patient's condition will improve in a later life. Okay, then habituation exercise. What is that? Movements designed to provoke symptoms and subsequently reduce the negative vestibular response upon repetition. Examples of this include Brandt-Daroff exercise. Okay, what happens to that? The patient will have to we will put the patient into the negative condition, and by the habituation of that environment, the patient will further improve to positive effect. Okay, then functional retraining. What is functional retraining? It includes postural control, relaxation, balance training. As we have already discussed, that balance will hamper more, and due to the headache, neck pain and earache, the patient will feel anxiety due to pain. Okay, so we have to relax the patient. How we will relax the patient? The patient will go into different Jacobson progressive relaxation technique we can give. Okay, then in a postural control we can give. As the patient will anxiety or depressed, the posture will automatically getting abnormal, like he or she will have protracted shoulder, he or she will have drooping of the forehead. Okay, so we have to go for the maintaining of the posture and postural control and correction. Okay, then relaxation, for as I have told you, yoga, Jacobson progressive. As the patient will feel neck pain, so what happens, the patient will breathe like upwarding or elevation of the shoulder, or his or her shoulder will normally be elevated like that. So we have to relax that position, and we have to tell the patient to breathe normally, or control your breathing without use of your accessory muscles, right? So these are the some of relaxation technique. You can also take feedback breathing exercise or yoga. Okay, you can also involve that. Then balance training, as we already know with the how neurological condition can be improved with balance training. So this is the same thing, we have to work on balance training also. So this is all about autosclerosis. So what we will learn today, what we have learned today, like what is autosclerosis, what is the sign and symptom, what are the causes of the condition, right? What is the consequence or complication of the condition, like dizziness, vertigo, loss of balance, nausea, vomiting, tinnitus, loss of hearing. Okay, in the high frequency, how they disturb the focusing ability, how it disturbs the balance of body. Okay, these are the consequences. And symptoms like hearing loss, dizziness, tinnitus, roaring, heaviness of the ear, then vertigo, headache, earache, like that, right? Then diagnosis include audiometry, then tympanocentesis, CT scan, MRI, audiography, then cranial nerve testing. Okay, then treatment include medications like fluoride, calcium, vitamin D. Okay, then surgical treatment, steroidectomy also available. Then physiotherapeutic treatment. Physiotherapy treatment include gait stability exercise, habituation exercise. Okay, functional retraining. Okay, in practical classes we will learn about this, all the exercises also. Okay, so if you have any question regarding this condition or regarding the previous classes of otitis media, you can ask me in the comment section. थैंक यू बच्चों, खुश रहिए आप लोग।